welcome to another edition of Cool Cars, Interesting People. Today, another thespian. Yes, he's a cool guy. His name, Brian Quinn. Big show coming up with Hat Tricks Theater. We'll talk about that, talk about his life, maybe a little bit about when he worked on the CPR. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But right now from McDonald Nissan, we have a brand new 2016 Titan truck. Let's bring in Brad White to talk about this. Is new generation of truck. When I think of Nissan, I don't necessarily think trucks first, but you got a new baby that's pretty amazing.
We certainly do. This is the new 2016 Titan XD. It's more than just a half ton. It's kind of called a tweener or a heavy half ton.
Yeah.
And this vehicle puts out 310 horsepower. It's a Cummins diesel. It is a V8 Cummins that we've teamed up with to produce this truck. It also has 555 foot-pounds of torque.
So lots of power.
So excellent for towing. Capacity is 12,000 pounds for towing, and for payload, 2,600 pounds in the box.
Well, we got all the power here. What about the interior? Lots of luxury inside and lots of features?
Very much so. You can have cloth, and you can of course have the leather as well. You have your navigation built in with voice recognition. So very nice features that way. Inside the cabin, you'll find that you have your bench seat in the back, lots of room in the back. The cab entirely is comfort, and very quiet running, and the ride with the long wheelbase, smooth, very quiet.
What makes Nissan decide to go to this again?
Well, diesel is certainly an engine for torque,
right?
And we'd like to see more RVers pulling their RVs with our trucks.
Yeah. You can put a lot of cameras on here too to see where you're going.
You certainly can.
Yeah.
You can have 4, and it shows you the whole satellite view, about 12 feet all the way around the vehicle, which is a very good benefit, especially when you're towing and when you're trying to back up to see that knob. You can see the hitch, which is good.
So my wife says I got to back up to see that knob behind me.
Exactly.
All right. Speaking of knobs, let's go find Brian Quinn. House is there, spelling. Hey, Brian?
Yeah?
Do you live in here or in the house?
Sometimes. Last night we had a little domestic situation, so I'm out here.
Pretty roomy in there at least.
Yeah.
You know what? You can probably have a nap in my new Nissan here if you want to come out.
Yeah, I saw that pull up. Is that yours?
Yeah, that's mine.
That's nice.
All right. Come on, let's go for.
Okay.
Bring your mug. We'll go for a coffee.
Yeah, okay.
Wakey, wakey.
Yeah, thanks. I'll be there in a second. I guess I should take off my bathrobe, eh?
Good idea.
Okay.
Oh, well, can you bath first?
That may take a little longer.
Well, I'll wait for you.
Okay. I'll leave this here.
Have you got clean underwear?
That may take a minute too.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a long one.
Well, you don't have that smell-o-vision, do you? We'll be okay then. Okay.
All right, come on in.
Thanks.
I got lots of room for you.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah.
You don't have any friends, do you?
You're my only friend.
Yeah, I've heard that.
So can I may have to be in your car tonight too, okay? All right, let us begin. So we're beginning. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Okay, see you guys.
This is a diesel, a Nissan diesel. All right, what do you think? Oops. It's a truck.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I'm not dressed properly.
Well, you can, if you want to go get your bathrobe.
Well, no, I was thinking like a checked shirt and a baseball cap and.
Okay. We're gonna no. Your theater is the Moose. I mean, the theater you do things at is the Moose.
Yeah.
But they have coffee there too, right?
Yeah, they sell coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where we're going then, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we can talk about stuff.
Yeah.
So what about
you? They can clean a table just for us.
What about you as being? I always like to find out about people's first cars and their first loves and whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, what do you remember?
I remember I had a Rambler American.
Rambler.
Yeah,
Wow.
1965 Rambler American.
Really?
And
They don't exist anymore, do they?
I don't. No,
No.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. But the seats folded down into a bed.
So, boy, could you use that now, eh?
Hey, I just had a flashback.
Did you take it out on the road and everything and
No,
and go
to the
sleep on the
to
side
the
of the road?
coulees and to the park is where
Yeah.
we usually went.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Later on, just in life, you know,
Yeah.
when you're driving down a road and then you say we haven't got enough money for a hotel. Let's just put her back and let's go.
Well, we didn't have enough money for the hotel, but we used the car too. So anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then when did you finally graduate to what would be
The next vehicle?
like a
Yeah,
well, not that the Rambler wasn't a crap
vehicle.
car, but what was kind of your really good one?
Actually, it was several years later. My favorite car, you know, the car that I always wanted. I bought a 1978 Volkswagen Beetle convertible.
Ah.
It was the last Beetle, or no, the last Beetle, but
Yeah.
the last Beetle that was made out in Germany. And after 1978, they made them out of Mexico.
So when you'd honk it, they'd go, "Yeah, it's great, man."
Well, I can.
Beetle.
That reminds. I mean, I had an affair with Beetles. Volkswagen.
Okay, not Yoko.
No,
Okay.
no. But I mean, I actually had a lot of Beetles, and in fact, in my driveway, I still have two Beetles. But it's so much so. We had a Volkswagen van that we toured in back in the 70s. Remember the Opportunity for Youth program? And I don't know if you remember that or not.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
It came out and it gave us some money to put a group together to tour southern Alberta, the parks
Really?
and stuff for children.
But and put on shows and things?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
nice.
called ourselves Jester Jamboree. We even came to Lethbridge, you know, out of Medicine Hat, and
Yeah.
down to Raymond, Cardston, and so on. We'd park in a park, and then we'd open up the van, and we'd put up our set.
we're in a park. Bunch of guys in a van. We're going to show you something.
Yeah.
Worked out well?
Well, three of the group are out of jail now. Yeah. No, what?
Had to relocate to Lethbridge.
Yeah. In fact, we could go see them now. No, one of the people in the group was Ronnie Burkett. I don't know if you've heard of Ronnie Burkett. He's an internationally known puppeteer now.
Oh, okay.
And he was with us, and
Oh, that's fantastic.
yeah. Well, he did better than me. He ended up winning a Grammy award for his
really?
work and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Grammy. That's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the American thing.
Oh yeah.
wow.
Like he did very, very well, and is still doing well. He's based out of Toronto now, but
Cool.
you know, he's got quite the reputation for his work that he's done now. So
Okay, I'm seeing an issue here. Let's
yeah, looks like we have a parade. It's
okay,
the north
tell you what,
side.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's kind of do a little
Detour
here.
Okay.
Hopefully
Yeah, that
will,
looks like. Okay.
Yeah, we'll.
Might be the Tim Hortons down there or something. I don't know.
All right, we'll figure this out. We'll
Yeah.
come around the side.
Sure. Anyway, I was saying about this van, this Volkswagen van we had.
Yeah.
It was one of the old window vans I don't remember from the 60s, you know, and it was not in good shape.
Right.
But it was enough to get us around. And that's where I learned how to do the Volkswagen horn, though.
Oh.
Right?
And it was.
Because our horn never worked. Yeah. No.
That's perfect.
Yeah. We'd pull up to an intersection, roll down the window, and go. Yeah.
Very nice. Keep that in your repertoire.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, it's
your
on
next
my-
tour.
Yeah. Well, Volkswagen's in a lot of trouble, you know. Maybe they'll hire me.
No, yeah.
With diesels, by the way, too. Well, it's not Nissan. It was
Yeah.
Volkswagen diesels. That's something, though.
Yeah. So you've got a nice relationship going with the Moose Hall now, eh?
Yeah, with a moose, yeah.
Yeah. It's another story.
Yeah.
But using this hall, it's been. I mean, you put on your shows,
Mm-hmm.
smaller theater size, but it kind of works.
Well, and it's not entirely by sort of by choice necessarily. Finding space and venues in this city is certainly difficult.
Yeah.
As the different theater groups in this town have found out too.
Sure.
I mean, trying to get into the 8s or the Sterndale, etc. Not just a matter of availability, but also costs too.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people perhaps don't really fully understand, the costs of mounting a show. You know, even with the one that we're doing here at the Moose, Spelling Bee, it's costing just $5,000 just for the royalties alone for the 10 performances here.
10 performances,
yeah. So it's pricey.
It is.
We're here.
Let's go meet the Moose and take it from there.
Okay, we might have to stand in line there though to get in. It's okay, I'll buy Mark.
Yeah, good. Hey, I hear that they've got one of the best burgers in town in this place.
That is true.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And the Moose, like, they're open every day for breakfast too.
Yeah,
right?
they are. And I don't know about the hamburger for breakfast, but I would certainly recommend it for lunch. I mean, it comes a half a pound of hamburger with all the trimmings, cheese. He also adds egg, sausage, and bacon to it.
Very nice.
The egg is an Australian thing, by the way.
I actually, because I've been Australian, I loved the egg.
Yeah.
I liked it every time I went down there, mate. Yeah, no worries.
They must have big mouths there, though. That's the reason why they talk so funny.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And they talk the opposite around, going around that way.
Yeah, they're toilets too, I guess. Yeah.
So you're a Medicine Hat guy originally?
I was born and raised in Medicine Hat.
Medicine Hat, and then you worked. You did a lot of work with the CPR, right?
Yeah, I retired from the railroad here a couple of years ago. It paid the mortgage.
Yep.
Because I couldn't make a living as an actor.
Isn't that, how frustrating is that?
Very.
Because that's what you wanted to do.
I think my best year as an actor was maybe about $8,000.
Oh my gosh.
But the beauty of it though, like the one thing that I sort of remember though is that when I went to do my taxes, and it shows employment, and I was able to put professional actor.
Yeah.
That made me feel really good.
Yeah.
Even though I was dirt poor.
And living in a van down by the.
Well, and I still do that. That's why I live in my vehicle.
Yeah,
I'm accustomed to it.
Yeah, it brings back great memories.
Yeah.
So at what point did you say, all right, this is ridiculous, this is not going to work, I can't act anymore, I do have to get a job? When did you get to the CPR?
It would happen in the summer of 1980, actually. My girlfriend at the time, she was working as what used to be the telegraph operators. But they became what was called train order operators is what they were, and they typed out orders to trains and delivered them to the trains as they sped by at 55 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Try and figure out how to do that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, they had a long stick shaped in a Y like this, and there was a string that went across the Y, and it was about 6 or 7 feet long, and you would hold it up and stand about 3 feet from the track as the train went by at 55 miles per hour, a 10,000-ton train. Going by 55 miles per hour, and then the engineer would stick his arm out the window.
Really?
And put his arm between the Y, get the string, and then he would read the order, and that would give him the information at how far he could go.
Okay, so if he missed it?
Then we had to wait for the caboose.
And hopefully the caboose got it.
And if the caboose got it, then he could relay the information to the head end.
And if the caboose missed it?
They had to stop.
Oh gosh. You'd think there'd be something a little bit more advanced than that.
Well, they did. They replaced us.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like I stayed with the railroad for a few years. 1985, 1984, 1985, they brought in these radio signals that could, transmit that information directly to the trains.
Right.
And so they would take the orders right on the train, and that would advance them.
There's the idea that there's something romantic about trains. Did you ever get that as a guy working for trains, with trains?
Yeah, I think I had that when I didn't work for the railroad.
Yeah. Because you're in a lot of shift work too, right? And that can get to you. Yeah,
I think that's affected me over time. I mean, part of that is age, but I have sleep apnea.
Did you get it because of
I think so. I think it's related to the hours that I kept or the hours that I didn't keep. I was dog tired almost all the time. Working shift, being on call 24/7.
Yeah.
And getting called, going to bed at night at 11 o'clock thinking you're not going anywhere until the next day, and the phone rings.
Yeah.
And you have to go.
Yeah.
You have no choice, so you're going to bed tired, or going to work tired, and it just you never recover from it.
It's like permanent jet lag.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of news stories about it right now too, and it's very true.
Yeah.
They say upwards between 70-75% of railroaders are sleep deprived.
Is that why we're seeing, mistakes, accidents? Is there any?
I think the Hinton accident of years ago can be directly attributed to sleep deprivation. Yeah. They were asleep when they went through a red signal. So
it's kind of scary because trains are big.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they don't put up with much, so.
There's a story when I was a little kid, I had this fascination with trains. I don't know what it was. And I had this imagination that I knew every train man going. And I remember being on 13th Street North, just over here, and there was a train going by, and the engineer was there, and I waved at him, and he waved me back. Oh my God, I do know these guys.
Made your day.
Wow.
Well,
a little train story.
I hate to burst that bubble, but we wave at everybody.
No!
Oh, yeah. And we put the headlights on full just to pee people off.
So was it a good career, the CPR, or?
Well, it paid the mortgage and provided me with a reasonable income and able to raise a family, etc. So I can't fault that.
Yeah.
But in looking back, if I'd had to do it over again, I probably wouldn't have done it. I mean, when I first started, my intention was in 1980 that I would work that summer, and then another job came up where I could stay on for a couple of years. I was actually trying to build a nest egg to head to the States.
To try your hand in acting?
Yeah, my mom was American,
right,
and so I had the opportunity for dual citizenship, and I had tried to get my green card in Detroit, actually, across the river from Windsor. I lived in Windsor and then went across and I auditioned for companies down in Detroit. And I was on the verge of, I actually was going to get cast in a show, but then it was just a matter of money. I couldn't stay unless I had more money in my pocket. So I went back and worked for a while thinking, I'm going to do this, raise enough money, but you never raise enough.
How crushing is it when it comes to the point where you're saying, I can't do what I really love to do. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to work.
Well, crushing. It is crushing in a sense that you've given up, the notion of putting it on your income tax that you're a professional actor, because now I work for the CPR and I make a lot more money.
Knob.
But I never gave up my passion.
Which is why you do community theater.
Exactly. In Medicine Hat, for example, when I was in Medicine Hat or wherever I was, I was even, staging plays in churches in Drumheller and stuff. They'd have me come in and ask, to do a show there, and I would put something together. And
right during the Mass.
Yeah. Actually,
excuse me, Father, you were in my stage.
That brings back a fond memory. There was the Church of Nazarene in Drumheller asked me to put something together for Christmas. So I completely restored the interior. We had all the pews taken out, and we brought in straw bales.
Oh.
And we created this little Bedouin tent at the opening and the entrance to the church. And basically, the whole idea is that as you entered the church, you were actually entering Bethlehem.
Nice.
So there was this little Bedouin tent, and they were there in the Bedouin tent, and they were all covered in their robes and stuff, and as you made your way up the stairs, and the hay bales, the straw bales, and the lighting, and then we had the nativity scene at the front, so I kind of, it's kind of fun.
Very good.
Yeah.
Which leads us to Hat Tricks Theatre now.
Yes.
And let's talk about this little show, the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Hornet. Mm-hmm. That should be B.
Or wasp. Where's my happy pen?
So that's pretty cool. That's a very, very funny show. I know you didn't really know much about it when it was first approached to you, but having read it, having looked at it, big success on Broadway, and bringing it to this little theater right here. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, it was, Jory Kahn was actually the one that brought it to my attention here, and this was after we closed Avenue Q last year and wondering what we were going to do this year. And she said, this is a great show. Gavin Crawford, an ex-Lethbridge actor, performed on the touring company in Calgary and was in this show. And I thought, well, I'll take a look at it. I read it. listened to the music and went, wow, you know.
Pretty funny and good music.
Funny, great music, and you know, it was easily staged. It takes place in a hall. Here we are. It takes place in a hall, and so it was easily to produce. You know, we didn't need a lot of funds to put it together. And then we had auditions, and I'm absolutely amazed at the cast that I have. This is probably the best cast I've ever had in terms of experience.
Great.
I have 2 university professors, both of them out of the drama department, Gail Hanrahan and Douglas MacArthur.
He's the guy on your healthcare card that you see at the hospital.
Yeah, yeah.
That's another story, but anyway. Go on.
And I have a couple of other recent graduates from the U of L, Andrew Legg.
Oh, great, Andrew.
You know, Andrew of course was on Hell on Wheels too last year.
Was he?
Yeah, he was in Hell on Wheels. Jeff Charlton, another recent graduate.
Doesn't he work for City Council?
Yeah, maybe.
No.
Does he? No.
Oh, that's Jeff Carlson. Sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Okay.
And who else? Jillian and Ryan Novak, married couple who also come out of the U of L drama program with a very talented group, very talented couple. My son Aiden, who was in Avenue Q and Spamalot and a few other shows.
Talented little guy. Where does he get it?
Must be the other side.
Yeah, must be. Yeah. Oh, he's a really good little actor, I've got to say.
Yeah, he's talented. He's also working on his conservatory and piano here, so hoping for him to sort of achieve that here in the next year or so.
And then work for the CPR later.
Yeah, when he finds out that he can't make any money at it. Yeah. But and my wife Pat Pikama, she is also in the show. She plays the lead. She's done a bunch of shows with Fran and Ken Rogers with the Symphony, but this is her first step forward to taking on a lead role. If I missed anybody,
someone will call you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But good funny songs. Good, you know. And is there a social conscience side to this at all?
Well, yeah. Each one of these characters has issues. You know. I mean, typical of any play or story, you know, you've got to have either controversy or conflict, and each one of these spelling contestants. And this is kind of stereotypical in a way because we associate spelling bees associating those children to maybe, for the most part, being left out of social situations in their lives. Right. And they gravitate to the spelling bee because it's the one place where they can shine. And in this case, all 6 of them are very good spellers, which you and I probably weren't. No, but these characters, and so this is their opportunity to shine, but within that context of being in the bee, we also see them reflect on their own personal lives too. And we see the absent parent, we see the bullied kid, you know, and so we see different aspects of their actual lives, and then in relationship to their success with the bee itself, the spelling bee. So it's well conceived, great story. Oh, and the added feature. This is the thing that I really love about this show, is that we do draw 4 volunteers from the audience to come on stage and to participate in the bee and compete in the bee.
And actually spell.
Yeah.
And so they have to lose, though, right? Are they supposed to? Well, or you can't. We don't know. You can't tell me.
I can't tell you.
You won't say.
I mean, if they get the word right, we can't eliminate them.
Wow.
Right? You know, so yeah, it's kind of an added.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of not a lot, but there are moments of ad lib improvisation in the show that
which is great to have seasoned actors that can do that.
Yeah.
That can work out of their own the role that they actually have and just think outside the box a little bit.
And that again, the context of the show is different from what we're usually accustomed to. Usually we're accustomed to sitting and watching a show. There's a 4th wall established, and what happens on stage is the illusion, and the audience watches it, and appreciates it, and so on. Now we take that, we turn it on its head. Basically, the audience coming in to see this show are actually going to a spelling bee.
Yeah.
So the audience is actually acknowledged. Right. You know, that they are there and they're a part of what's taking place. Yeah. You know, and so we have that give and take. The 4th wall's gone, and it's kind of interesting. That's why it's so well received on Broadway and so on. Yeah.
May 10th to the 14th, 17th to the 21st.
Yes.
Tickets are available at
Blueprint Records.
Yeah, downtown.
320-8333.
Yeah, get your tickets.
Yeah.
That'll be, that's good.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun show.
Are you happy with the way Hat Tricks is moving along? Like this is how many shows for you guys at Hat Tricks Theatre?
Yeah, we've been doing this since 2009, so we're entering our 7th season.
Yeah.
We've had some fun, and it's been quite obvious, conspicuous, I guess, you know, that we've chosen to do musicals, for example, that may not be for everyone.
Right.
You know, we did Evil Dead, and last year Avenue Q was again a bit edgy. Spamalot probably appealed. Well, you were in that.
I was in Spamalot.
You were in that, weren't you?
He's forgotten. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And then this one has an unfortunate erection, I guess, in this particular one.
Well, yes, it is. Yeah. Well, now that you bring that up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's a song in the show.
Well, yeah, that's the reason to come.
The show, right to the show. Yeah. I'm glad I mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's it was hard not to.
Right. Can I get
so where do you want to go with that?
Can I get some spotted dick? No, you're out? Okay, never mind. No, that's good. It's going to be, it is basically for the whole family, though. I mean, with maybe 14 and up, 12 and up, or whatever. Yeah. So we'll go.
I mean, the young kids, other than the unfortunate erection song, but these are 12-year-olds, and I mean, this is something that they experience. That's part of the context of the show, is that one of the kids is going through puberty, and he's having to be honest with his issue, his problem. So
grade 7 English class.
You remember?
Anyways, I won't. Well,
yeah, you didn't have a Rambler American by any chance, did you?
Anyway, Brian, thank you very much. Thanks
you.
for the coffee.
Cheers.
Make sure you go to the show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right on.